knowledge makes the world go round. Today I have the privilege of sitting down at the exquisite Last Word Constantia to get some informative conversations going. Understanding is how we learn, and when it comes to our health, it's best we know how to keep it in top shape. We sit down with Dr. Chanel from Inner Health Clinic to discuss colds and flus, causes, symptoms, and treatments. Hi, Doctor.
Hi.
Now, Doctor, please break down what's a cold and what's a flu.
So colds and flus are very similar. Both are caused by viruses, okay? A cold is known as a common cold mostly, and a flu we know as an influenza mostly. But they both are caused by viral infections that affect the upper respiratory tract system.
What are some of the symptoms of colds and the symptoms of flu?
So symptoms of both of them are very similar. One is more intense than the other. So a common cold will be what I sound like right now, a bit blocked, a bit stuffy. I'm recovering, so you are fine. But it's more blocked nose, sore throat, a bit of a cough maybe, but you generally don't feel unwell. With the flu, however, the symptoms are a bit more intense. So you could have the runny nose, blocked nose maybe, sore throat, but it could be with headaches, fevers, body aches, so generally unwell, where you just want to be in bed all the time.
Then, Doctor, what are some of the causes of colds and flus during the winter season?
So, you know how our moms and our grandmothers always say, don't go outside with wet hair? It is not the wet hair that actually causes the common colds and the flus. It just makes you more likely to get a cold if you meet somebody with a cold and your immune system is not in top shape. So you are more likely to get a cold because your immunity is not at its best, but it's not the cold outside or the wet hair causing the cold. So colds and flus, like I said, are caused by viruses, but there are different viruses that can cause it. With a common cold, it can be many different viruses, but the most common is a rhinovirus. With flu, it is mostly caused by influenza viruses, which is where the word flu comes from. So it is caused by viral infections that affect the upper respiratory tract system.
Now, Doctor, we all want to stay as healthy as possible. So what are some of those treatment options we can take for the cold and the flu?
If everybody forgets anything that I say today, I just want everybody to remember that antibiotics do not treat colds and flus. Okay, everybody wants to use their leftover antibiotics from their last time they were sick, but a cold and a flu is caused by a virus. Antibiotics treat bacterial infections. So in this big, beautiful world that we live in, there are humans and then there are bugs. Bugs can be bacteria or viruses. Viruses cause the common colds and the flus. Bacterial infections are something totally different, and that's when your doctor would give you antibiotics. So it's not antibiotics that's the treatment. For common colds and flus, we treat the symptoms. So if you have a blocked nose, we'll give you something to decongest your nose. If you have a sore throat, we'll give you something for your sore throat. There are things that you can use to prevent getting a flu, like a flu vaccine, and things that COVID has taught us with sneezing away from people, coughing away from people, wearing a mask when you feel sick. I think everybody is a bit more comfortable with wearing masks now. So doing those preventative things can help. And then obviously, like you said, to keep your health in top shape, you can use things like vitamin C and just staying hydrated and keeping healthy to keep your immunity at its best.
Well, thank you so much, Doctor, for breaking down all things colds and flu.
You're welcome.
There's always ways to stay ahead of the fight, especially one as snotty as this one.